Welcome to the TALKESHI podcast, episode 76, should have been 75. This is a podcast special. This is the podcast day extravaganza. Superslam. I don't know. I called it a Superslam. I called it an extravaganza. You guys have no idea what it has cost me to get to the point of just sitting here and recording. And the way, like, I usually plan my outfits, okay? And last minute, I was like, let me just check some things off of my, like, mood board, off of my, like, outfit idea list, basically. And I ended up with this, which is, like, inspired by, like, Cardi B. As a social media manager myself, I know that these things are, like, invented on social media. Today, September 30th, is apparently International Podcast Day. And you know what? I don't need a lot of reasons to celebrate things. Okay, today is International Podcast Day. That's great for SEO. It's the reason it's even invented, you know? So, today's podcast day, we're just gonna have a little fun. We're gonna have a little mini, I want to talk about the setting. Honestly, I feel like ever since I moved out and I was like, oh, I want to make my own office. I want to make my own, like, podcast room type beat, I was like, I want to set up a nice podcast place where I can, like, always record my podcast and it's, like, always nice and blah, blah, blah. Like, now with, like, now it's white because I threw something white over it, but, I've always wanted, like, a pink couch. I've always wanted just, like, a couch to even do podcasts on. So, I haven't gotten there yet, because life gets in the way, but I remember that I have a green screen and that I can put myself virtually anywhere. So I literally edited this background in the back. Credits for the footage are in the description. But I was like, this, if I had, like, the money to have, like, a bomb ass, like, podcast studio, this is exactly what I do. Or, like, this would be the vibe. So here I am. But anyway, let's get into the episode. I had posted about 3 segments that I wanted to do, and those were judging outfits, because it is a genuine segment that I would like to either, I don't know if to do one, like, every other time, like, for example, if, like, there's a really special concert, porque aquí siempre se están dando conciertos, la gente siempre está posteando, like, there's always everyone has, like, a post about a specific concert, right? Like, right now, allá afuera, Renaissance and Taylor Swift, like, everyone has a post about the concert that they went to. Aquí también, aquí eso se ha dado hasta antes de eso. And I would love to do a segment where either I just scroll through my feed and I find some really nice outfits to judge, or you guys send them in and we just have, like, a whole episode on the concert, on the artist, on, I think that would be really cool. But for now, I'm just doing it for this little segment here. The next segment would be, I said hot sauce, but it's honestly just some, like, buffalo tenders that I have that I'm gonna eat. I've always wanted to do, like, a hot ones type thing where I don't know, I even thought about doing it for, like, something else, but I think I'm gonna bring that segment now where I just, like, eat those tenders and I answer your questions. Some of you guys sent, like, really cool questions, so we're gonna get to that. Oh, the last one was send in your favorite Puerto Rican memes. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do because y'all didn't send any. But first of all, I guess we're just gonna go into the segments. So honestly, I want to call this first segment the Naomi segment, because fellow content creator herself, fellow listener of the pod, fellow friend of the pod, Naomi, has been a listener for a while, has been a supporter for a while, and it's so funny because I met her in college, but we have so many mutuals. She's, like, friends with so many mutuals, and it's so funny to think that someone might think of Naomi as, like, a Twitter mutual, and I think of her as, like, someone who I took class with once, like, in all the way out here in Macau. That's kind of crazy. But Naomi is so nice, so kind, so creative. I honestly love following her, and she's super sweet and super awesome. And some time ago, and she's always, like, whenever I ask for, like, advice, or whenever I'm like, hey, what do you guys want to hear? I remember some time ago I asked, and she actually wrote down, like, she gave in some advice. She has brought up the podcast in like her favorite podcast too, which like I really appreciate. And she also asked about like if there could be an episode about self-compassion and imposter syndrome. And I don't know if I could do a whole episode, if I'm being honest, about those two things. Although I have done episodes on like certain things like loneliness and things like that. And I might, I might say screw this and do like complete episodes about these topics in the future. But for now, I guess I could talk about a little bit about these topics. For example, she asked for an episode about self-compassion. And let's talk about that. Like, I think it is important, especially now, because I feel like on the internet, there's just so much that you could be mean to yourself about when you are constantly presented with not just like when you scroll on Instagram and you read like, oh, like this person just got married, this person just had a baby, this person just graduated or whatever, but also when you like on my break or like whenever I logged off of Twitter, it's been because I've read things that, hey, maybe things that I have to change about myself as a person, but also things that I'm like, well, I'm not like that. I'm not skilled in that part of life. I'm not like good at this. I'm not good at that. So like why, like I have literally felt horrible about myself with the things that I read about people feeling self-righteous about. So I feel like, in regards to the internet, at least, like self-compassion in general is like a whole thing, but self-compassion when you're a person on the internet, as I know that Naomi is, and that as you guys know that I am, I think it's important to really, when you can stand on your ground for some values that you have, or like when you know yourself very well and that you know that you're a good person and that you, I don't know, that you value yourself a lot and that you're not easily influenced by things that you read on the internet about how you should be morally or like whatever like that. I think self-compassion means like, reading that and just like knowing when to log off or knowing like to unfollow that person or knowing how to, just like, I think it's so like self-compassion when you do things wrong as well, because like you're not perfect and you can't do everything right all the time. So like to learn that when you fail, I think it is important to not get defensive and be like, oh, but self-compassion also means like forgiving yourself even before the other person forgives you. I think, I don't know, to me self-compassion is a lot of things, and I think those would be things that I would touch on if I made like a whole episode about that. As to imposter syndrome, I feel like I don't have it. No, I'm kidding. I definitely do. But I think, imposter syndrome, I don't know. I feel like I can't go, because I know it's like a very serious and heavy thing. But I think what helps whenever I feel it is really trying to, I mean, this can be said for like anything, right? Maybe not for deeper things like depression or things like that. But whenever I do start feeling like a loser, because sometimes when you feel like when you feel like you don't deserve things, you assume that you don't deserve things because you haven't worked for them or because of so many aspects of life, and especially as women, I feel like we tend to feel this. But I think you have to like go back and remember all the times that you were awarded, all the times that you were, that doesn't have to come from validation, because like if you remember all the times you were awarded, that comes from external validation. I think you really, I guess it's kind of the same thing with self-compassion. When you validate yourself a lot to the point that you don't really need anyone else to validate yourself, because imposter syndrome comes from within, right? When you validate yourself a lot and when you like stand in the fact that you deserve to be where you are because of who you are as a person and because of the work that you've done, I think it definitely eases imposter syndrome. I'm not saying it cures it. I'm not saying it like fixes it or whatever. But those are my takes on those topics. I don't know if one day I'll make like a complete episode. I think that would be really dope. I think that would be really fun. But just to like give a little bit to Naomi. And the Naomi segment isn't over. But we will start on another segment, which is the judging outfits segment, because like I think some time ago I was gonna judge Barbenheimer outfits and I never got around to it, but then again a lot of people didn't send their outfits except for Naomi. So our first entry in the judging outfits segment will be Naomi. So she sent in her outfit for Barbie. And honestly, okay, I just want to say right off the bat, so cute, because like I feel like this is very, I love blazers, first of all. I wish that I worked in an office. I mean, I don't, but the moments that I do, it's just so I could wear stuff like this. And when I like, Naomi always dresses like, I know she works in an office and stuff like that, but like I see her and I'm like, that's so chic. I wish I could dress chic instead of like just mi bata to work, you know, and have like I don't know, but I when I see her dress up for things like this, I love it. But as for Barbie, first of all, I feel like she is definitely, I don't know what Naomi works in specifically, but I would definitely love to like call her like that Barbie, because it's so cute. So for Naomi's Barbie outfit, she wore a pink blazer, a very colorful shirt underneath, and sunflower glasses. Let's get into the outfit. Love the pink. You literally could not go like that. That just goes without saying. You can't go to see Barbie without pink. Okay? And obviously, I think the blazer is like a big statement, very like business casual. Like she looks like a woman who went to see Barbie, you know, like not a little girl, like a woman who went to see Barbie, but who has that like childish like wonder and magic in her heart. The shirt underneath is so like 80s Barbie. I kind of love that. I love the texture of the shirt as well. It's so colorful and bright and I love it. The jewelry is very cute as well. I feel like the jewelry was kind of low-key inspired by the collar from like, you know, the Barbie commercial, like the first one of the first outfits that she wore that was like pink with like the pink seashells. It kind of looks like that a little bit. It's kind of giving that a little bit. The makeup so cute, very simple, but still very Barbie. And especially like, was it, I don't know when it was that I was like trying to do like a Barbie look, and obviously Barbie in the movie at least doesn't wear like a lot of makeup, but it's still kind of pink and soft. So I feel like that's what Naomi was going for here, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, the sunglasses, so Barbie. I hate that I'm like using Barbie a lot, but like as an adjective, but it's just the truth. Like it's so cute. It's so, I don't know, everything that, if you think about it, the Barbie style is really statement. Like everything is kind of a statement. You gotta wear like the big seashell necklace, the big like, it's a lot of stuff just combined. And I think Naomi kind of killed it. The second and last outfit that we got was this one by Hennessy's. Hennessy's is super sweet. She listens to the podcast. She also draws on Twitter, and I really love her style. She sent in this really cute outfit, but honestly, like what really stands out is like the background. This picture, I just love it. I wish I could take pictures like this. I need people to take pictures like this where I'm like, just gonna stand here in this really nice place with this really nice outfit and just, I need that to happen to me way more often. Okay? And then like sometimes when I catch someone with a camera, I'm just like, I get so nervous, which is so stupid. But anyway, so Hennessy's wore this outfit. First of all, love the jeans. I can't hate a good pair of bell bottoms. And I love these bell bottoms. Now the top, I've never gotten into the like vest craze, especially here that she's wearing like a long sleeve collared like printed shirt. How does she make this look good? Honestly, she looks so good with this. It looks so natural on her. I feel like these kind of clothes look so natural on certain people, and honestly on her it looks so cute. The tote bag, of course, bien chulo. La chancleta, I love like these remind me of Marilyn, because she's always like, oh, I love la chancleta bodroga. Is that even how you would describe it? Because they're like chunky and I love it. Like they're not even chunky, they're just high, you know, they're like a thick sole, and I love it. Honestly, I feel like when I look at this picture, when I look at this outfit, I'm just seeing like the youth, the creative youth in Puerto Rico. Is that like, I feel like such an old lady. The outfit is very cute. Honestly, it's very simple, but I really like it. Honestly, I even love the vest. I feel like I don't really dress too like, I don't like a lot of stuff on me. Also me. Dresses like this. But I only dress for this, like, for the podcast. You guys know this. Also for sensory issues. I'm very sensorial. But I do like this outfit. I think it's cute. That is it for the first segment. Now we're gonna get into the Q&A segment. So I'm back. I literally ripped off my choker accidentally. Well, not accidentally, but like I was trying to get it off because I was like, this is gonna be hell when I eat these nuggies. These are just regular ass buffalo chicken tenders. Nothing special. I think the honestly, the average person can eat these just fine. I, however, am very susceptible to like spicy foods. Like I don't tend to eat spicy foods, but I do like it. Like I do like a little bit of spice sometimes. These are too spicy for me, but I'll eat them because honestly they're kind of delicious. But that's just where we're at. And yeah, here we go. I have oat milk here just in case. Look at how nice and creamy oat milk is. Like, honestly, I don't even miss dairy. Being honest with you guys. Gonna put this in a safe place. So here we go. I mean, I don't remember how Hot Ones is. I know it's like... I'm gonna take a bite just because, first of all, I'm kind of hungry. And also, I think you're supposed to answer while the spice is like brewing in your mouth and stuff, right? So, I'm hungry and gotta take it slow because it's gonna kill me. I'm starting to feel it, but it honestly rises so intensely. It's kind of crazy. Who was your first celebrity crush? Nick Jonas. I can answer that without a doubt. I had like these little posters of him. I had one specific poster that I talk about all the time. I remember when Nat was pregnant, I looked up the poster and I found it. Oh my god. Wait, this wasn't as spicy, but it does get pretty spicy. Maybe it's because it's cold in here. So good. But I remember I found that poster in like it was like this, I don't know if I have it or not, but it's like Nick Jonas, young Nick Jonas against like a blue background with like some clouds. And I remember that photo honestly sparked like my sexuality when I was like 8 or something. Not 8. It's probably like 9 or 10. I don't know. But yeah, that was like my first big celebrity crush. Comfort food. Honestly, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. None of that like white cheese shit though. Like, I like it, but honestly, give me that sharp cheddar. Sharp cheddar. Haven't needed the milk yet. I will drink some of it, though. I think I probably should have gotten some real hot sauce or something. It's spicy in my mouth, but it's not, like, crazy. Ugh, not a good combination, though. It just soothes. It soothes down a lot, but I'm gonna try to get more of the, like... it's so good, though. I feel like I'm doing a mukbang. I love getting prepared to eat mac and cheese. I'm like, I want to go into the kitchen and prepare it. Oh, it's so nice and warm, and I love it. And what do you think is your most controversial opinion? It's crazy. Well, you know what? I think I'm just going to have to stuff my face a little more. And really chew it. And really... really feel it. I swear, like a few weeks ago, I was dying eating these. Okay, no, that hit a little. Okay, wait. Most controversial opinion is that probably the internet isn't real. Oh. Okay. The internet isn't real. And it encompasses like a lot of things. Like, sorry if the munching annoys you. I'll try to like ease it down in the editing. But I mean, like, it's like what I was saying the other day. Ooh, the spice is like resting so well in my mouth. Um, I feel like people just live in a bubble, like me and Will were talking last episode, and they don't realize that they don't like to open their worldview. They really don't like to expand into like what each and every person is thinking about. I feel like no matter what kind of groups you are culturally, or I don't know, like everyone is so different in their way of thinking. And honestly, I could do like a whole episode on this, because honestly, saying the internet isn't real, it's like an umbrella for like so many of my opinions and like the way I would explain it. But I guess it's just that. I guess also like thinking in absolutes, which has to do with that. I got some like fat in there. Oh yeah. What if this bag, because this is a new bag, what if this bag was just not as spicy? Swear to God that I was dying the other day. My sinuses were being cleared. I don't get it. But I feel like I was gonna say one, right? Damn. Spice made me forget. But it's just that everyone has a worldview. Don't think in absolutes. That's it. To think in absolutes. I feel like people think in absolutes too much. I think thinking in absolutes is helpful to get us like through the world that we live in. But I think it's also not helpful, and I think it does not help us make empathetic decisions sometimes. I don't know, that's just me. Think about that, like really think about what I just said in terms of like, I don't know. Thoughts on la música que ha salido últimamente ahora. I have a whole chicken tender left. Don't think I'll eat it. I'll probably eat like part of it. This is mostly chicken, so I'm gonna try to get into the breading, which is the spice. Thoughts on la música que ha salido últimamente ahora. Data, Mora, Miko, Villana. I like it. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I used to be very like cualquier cosa que sale. Ayer salió la canción de Bad Bunny, un preview or something. I kind of liked it. Volvió como a no sé, al perreo, because like he was dropping pop a lot recently, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I need like reggaeton Bad Bunny. So I guess he listened to me. I don't know. I just got it like that. As for Data, I like Data. I like Tiny's evolution. It's a very steady, sustainable evolution in music. Mora, very repetitive. Too repetitive of an artist. Nothing bad with that. Just there's a difference between being repetitive and consistent. And I think Mora needs to work on that. But that's just my opinion. Miko, I actually haven't listened to a lot of Miko and Villana lately. Don't hate me. I follow Villana on Instagram. I love her. I love watching everything that she does. Sorry. She hasn't dropped a lot of music lately though, right? So I mean, she has dropped Tick Tick. I did like that. I love her work with Lil Jojo. I do love Lil Jojo. So yeah. As for Miko, I feel like, I don't know. I started having different opinions on Miko. On Young Miko. It's not that I don't like her. I feel like if you saw an episode of me last year talking about Young Miko, you would probably think the same thing. Like, she hasn't changed her opinion. Like, she's still pretty critical of her. But I don't know. I guess Young Miko for me is like party music. Like, I'll listen to it in the car with my friends. I probably won't listen to it by myself. It's not hate. It's just not my thing. And finally, Lema de la Vida. I don't know. I feel like it definitely is one of those like, do unto others what you want done to yourself or something like that. But like, not only is that from the Bible, but it's also just like so general and so not just me. But it definitely has to be something. I don't even have one. I'm pretty sure I've had some in the past, but I can't really think of one right now. But it's definitely been. I can't believe that I got through this, by the way. I genuinely thought I was gonna die. The spice is still in my mouth, but it's not that bad. Lema de la vida. I don't think I have one. Just Yo nací para ser feliz, I guess. Which is a post that I made like last year or for this year. I think I did it at the beginning of this year on TALKESHI. I posted a quote like that. So I guess that would be it. So for a person very prone to spice, I would give that like a 2. Honestly, that's crazy because I was dying the other day when I was eating those. So I don't get why. I was just fine now, but yeah. Also, the choker, I swear to God, gave me like an allergic reaction or something here on my neck. So glad I ripped it off myself. But anyway, so I guess this was the podcast day extravaganza. This was fun, honestly. I'm just honestly glad to stay consistent, really. And I'm not gonna say a lot because the episode has been long as is. But thank you guys so much for supporting. Thank you guys so much for sending in everything that you sent in, for supporting the podcast, for listening, for watching. And I don't know if you guys will see me next week, but there is a podcast idea that I want to do, so maybe you will see me next week. And that's that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Happy podcast day.